Hi everyone, Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd. Hope you're doing well, and it's time to circle back around on one of the most controversial topics of 2026, musically speaking, and that would be the Fenix Flexin song, RUBBERZ. Now, the last time we talked about this track on this channel, we were theorizing about whether or not it was AI generated, either completely or in part, and due to the way that it sounded, personally, I kind of came to the conclusion that it was, given kind of the strange, scratchy quality of the lead vocals that often a lot of these AI music generation platforms seem to produce when they are copying vocal performances from much older albums. Also, let's not ignore the fact that in every single opportunity, Fenix Flexin has had to perform this song again and show himself essentially performing in that same tone and timbre of voice he has not been able to, because that is not that man's voice. Also, take into account the completely nonsensical lyrics and structure of the track, watching local cable. And let's not also forget that Fenix and his collaborators have been kind of shady when it comes to showing everybody and anybody who has interviewed them anything that even resembles like a DAW session or some kind of edit or a workstation where they actually put the song together. Like, if this thing was assembled in a computer program of some sort, show us the damn program. Either way, the reason that we are doing this update is because since the release of that video and since RUBBERZ initially started gaining steam online, the track, unfortunately, has kind of grown like a cancer. This song is officially a chart climber. Not only that, but the aesthetics and style of the track have led to some offshoots now. Look at Tyga. He has a whole 80s synth pop themed record out right now. Just dropped. Wonder how his bum ass came out with a record like that so quick. Must have written, composed, and produced all of it himself. He's just a production whiz, that guy, that Tyga. Anyway, with the increased amount of popularity and interest people have been seeing in this song, of course, that has also led to increased scrutiny. Enter one producer and DJ Medicine, who took to social media to pretty much expose the track almost entirely, and even managed to pin down the platform that was allegedly used to make this track in the first place. We'll show some screenshots of the video and link to it down below for you guys to check out.
He actually exposed this on accident himself before RUBBERZ even came out. He posted a snippet of a song where he forgot to remove the Sonato text from the file name. It's also really strange that Treblo used to be called Sonato and they rebranded to Treblo 2 days before RUBBERZ was released. And 2 days before that, he was getting accused of using Sonato for a different unreleased song.
What's funny is these revelations didn't come as a result of any kind of ingenious reverse engineering on Medicine's part. The paper trail was literally left there in the song titles and tags of previous tracks Fenix and his collaborators had made using the platform in question. And then Medicine simply went on that same platform, punching in some obvious tags around 80s sounding pop music, so on and so forth, and instantly started getting handed back tracks that had similar vocals, basically the same damn friggin' lyrics too. So now, thanks to him, we know that not only is the song so obviously AI, but we also know the platform it was clearly generated on. Also, the CEO of this company seems to pretty much be confirming that RUBBERZ was in fact made on his platform. And this exposure is doubly funny because in response to all of this hype, of course, Fenix Flexin has taken to essentially doubling down on this sound with a new track that's been hitting social media where he is going basically in that same Dorcas Malorcas fake AI generated 80s pop direction, where the vocals do sound noticeably closer to the register of his actual voice. Maybe he wanted to not get caught with his hand in the cookie jar too many times and sort of prove it was his voice on RUBBERZ by making another track in a similar style that actually features some semblance of his real vocal timbre. I guess he's also trying to sell people on the idea that he did this track with his real voice by interviewing in an English accent.
I just never think they understand that I could really talk in a British accent in a way that I can actually record a whole record the same way I could do it in the English accent, I could do it in the UK accent.
I'm sorry, man. This does not change how fake that original song was. And it's just funny that this unforeseen AI hit has essentially pigeonholed him now, despite the fact that not too long ago, this guy was a reputable West Coast rapper with ties to a semi-successful collective, Shoreline Mafia. But now, because of this unforeseen AI hit, he's now just become like an 80s synth pop rap meme. And this, unfortunately, is probably what he's going to go down as. One more thing I want to add here is that Fenix and his label actually copyright claimed our last video and rejected both of our fair use appeals, which is crazy for several reasons. One, not only is that video obviously in the spirit of fair use, two, historically, we have had an easier time of coming to more sensible agreements with actual copyright holders of actual human-made songs. And three, the Supreme Court just ruled that you cannot copyright AI-generated art, and that includes music. So how are you coming on here claiming to be owed money for the copyright of a song you don't even own the fucking copyright for? Because it's AI-generated shit. And if a channel as big as mine is struggling with this, I can only imagine that Fenix has been similarly greedy when dealing with other content creators who've decided to talk about the absurdity of this track. So again, let's recap. Cancerous, vapid, annoying AI-generated song goes viral. Its lead artist and producer essentially lie to multiple people and outlets about its validity and them having created it themselves. It starts climbing up the charts, inspiring equally terrible music. The artist in question is exposed for actually having used AI to make the song, doubles down on it anyway, comes out with another crappy AI sounding song in the same style, and is now shaking down multiple content creators who dare call out the fact that the song is AI. Because why shouldn't he get royalties for a song he doesn't have the copyright to? Amazing times we're living in. Absolutely love it. But yeah, shout out to Medicine. The song is AI, and every single penny this goofy goober has gotten in his pocket over this song should actually be going to the artist whose work was ripped off in these training models on the platform that he used to generate this crap. But there you go. There's your update. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. You're the best. Over here next to my head, another video you could check out. Hit that up or the link to subscribe to the channel. Anthony Fantano. Fenix Flexin for never